Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. So today we're doing something a little bit different. We were asked to review this outdoor wireless bridge. It is by UeeVii. Let me see if I can get close to it. Model CPE 453. It's very similar to what I've used at work. For those that don't know me, what I do for work, I work in the IT industry, so I have a career in IT. So we'll kind of just unbox and see what we got here. We got, looks like two PoE injectors or power supplies. Sorry, I'll just do this off screen here a little bit, off camera, because I'm doing this one-handed. So it is just a standard plug-in injector. So with your, I guess it really doesn't say, I don't see, oh yeah, there it is, LAN. It's really hard to see. PoE, which goes to the device, and LAN goes to the network side or your switch side. So there's two of these that come in here. We've got an instruction booklet. And then we have two of the antennas for the bridge with the bracket on the back. Makes it easy mounting. And there is the identification placard. So let me get the rest of this unboxed and I'll kind of show you some more. So now we got everything done. We got the manual, two PoE injectors. It comes with two RJ45 Ethernet cables. And they come for two clamps on the back. Some type of mount. And there is your antenna signal. And all your LEDs. So on that, we got your master slave switch here, DC input, reset, your PoE side, and your LAN side of this if you're going to go to secondary LAN. It looks like, from what I'm seeing in the directions here, it looks like you can piggyback a second device off of this without PoE. So say you want to plug in your laptop or a powered router or something like that. You could easily do that. So fairly weather tight, not I would say it's going to be able to get rid of any water that gets in there if it's mounted in the right way, but it's not truly weather tight. But water could get in there, but it should drain out through these holes here at the bottom. So I'm going to find a good place to set this up on the master side. So one will be master, and then you'll see on the other side on the switch here we've got M and S here, one for master, to the right for slave. So we'll get this, I'll figure out where I'm gonna get this going, and we'll give her a good test out. So I just ran my speed test on my setup here just so everybody can see. So I got 331 down, 4.5 up with 27 milliseconds. We are running off of Starlink for internet. So this is just my preliminary before I did any testing, so we'll test again once we get to the other end of the endpoint. Hey guys, see if I can zoom in on this for you. So I have the master mounted on the edge of the roof up there, and it's pointing down to our shed down there where we're going to try initially. I want to do a test to see how it works from down there. So I'm going to go down there, get set up, shoot it back at it, and we'll do some testing, and I'll show you what results are. Alright, I'm just going to show you how I have it connected. So from their power injector here, goes into their LAN PoE interface, and then I have the LAN side of the slave going to my access point. And then my access point has its own power injector here to supply its power, and I'll be plugging that in. So I just wanted to show you this, how that's connected, and I'll show you how I got it in the window here in a second. So I'm going to move it to the outside, but I wanted to show you this before I put the cover back on. Okay, for testing purposes, I'll show you where I'm at here. So there's the house up there, down here by the shed. I got signal strength, I got Wi-Fi here, I got good signal strength. So it's not the proper orientation, but I'm going to do some testing with range and just see how it works. So I'm going to set it this way so I can be a little bit more mobile without permanently mounting something to my truck. So you can see what I'm doing, and I'm going to get my laptop fired up and see what we got for signal. Okay guys, we're going to run a test here. You can see I got my Starlink, and we're going to just see what we get for speeds. I'm expecting my performance to be a little bit lower because the kids are in the house and they're watching a movie. But as you can see, I got a 71 meg download speed. No problem there. And 11.36 up. So my results are really what I expected them to be. I figured if we were in the 50 meg plus, you know, I can do another speed test to see where we're at. But I know the kids are watching a movie, so they're streaming a movie right now, so that's drawing some of that bandwidth. But I'm gonna go ahead and take it farther down the road, and let's just see how far we can make this thing work. So you can see I'm heading down the driveway. Our driveway, it's roughly about 1,200 feet away from where the antenna is. Probably a little bit more than that, probably closer to 1,300 feet. But I'm going to take you down to the end down here. But let me get backed up and turned around here. So I'm kind of in line with where the antenna is pointing, and I'll take you out and I'll show you where we're at. And there is trees in the way, so I'll flip the camera around and show you too. So let me turn around and I'll show you. So I'm up there. Let's just see, are we getting any signal? So I'm 1,200 feet away and I don't have signal. And I'm pointing right at this direction. So it doesn't quite, through the trees and stuff, I was kind of hopeful it might. But I'm real happy with what I've seen so far. So I'm gonna go back up the driveway and I'll bring you back then. Okay guys, so you can see I'm about halfway up the driveway, so I'm probably 600 feet away from the house. It's through the trees. I got 2 bars right here, so it's definitely trying to establish a connection. Let's take a look at the, excuse me, as I get back in the truck here. So I do have a connection here, as you can see. Where am I? Yep. I'm connected. Let's try our speed test again and just see what it does. So 29.69, upload 6, so it's about half. So that's kind of what I've expected. Let me flip the camera back around. Apologize for the noise in the background, guys. It's got as it is, -12 right now. It's as the truck sits, but so my initial take on that is, being that we're only about half signal strength, I was figuring we would have maybe about a 30% to 50% reduction in bandwidth. With my experience with doing point-to-point wireless networks. So overall, I mean, if you're looking for a solution, I'll have to double check the price on it, but I believe they're about $100 for this particular model on Amazon, and I'll put a link in our video on it so that you have it. But you know, if you're looking for a point-to-point solution to bridge your network at home to a shop, you know, I'm shooting through trees, so it's really not a fair. My initial test was great. I was expecting to have some of that, you know, not to have much signal degradation from across it at all, or bandwidth drop. So to have 70 meg coming across when the kids are watching a movie, that's good for me. I don't think there was much of a drop at all going between the house and the barn, or the big shed as we call it. But honestly, for $100 solution point to point to extend your network, it works really good. Reliability wise, I don't know how it is in the weather. I haven't had a chance to see how it does in rain. We're in the middle of winter, negative 12 degrees, negative 24. It was our low last night. So I'm expecting that it doesn't seem to have much of an effect on the cold. So I'm really kind of impressed for a inexpensive product. For $100, that's not bad. It's a good solution. It doesn't require much hardware. Literally, I have it connected into my router in the house, and if it works properly, you don't need a router on the other end. I'm physically connected into the second port on the bridge device, on the slave side of the bridge, and that's where I'm getting all my results from. I was going to use my access point, but my access point, I found out I didn't have the right PoE injector for it. I thought I did, so it wasn't enough to power it, which is fine. This worked too because it gave me a good test and a direct coming off the bridge device. So overall, guys, I gotta say, for inexpensive solution, it works pretty good. And I think for most homes, small businesses, it would probably be a really good solution if you're looking to extend it from one building to another without having to run cabling underground, or buying a more expensive solution. This may be a route to go. So that's kind of my thoughts, guys. Thanks for watching on this, and I hope you enjoy it. Like I said, something different than what we normally do, but I had an opportunity to do this, and it's kind of in my field of my career, so I thought, it kind of be nice change from doing some projects, and just to kind of get out there and see what you guys think. So appreciate you guys watching, and have a good one.